Xiaomi here. So today is going to be week 2 of Camp Nanowrimo. This is obviously another writing vlog, and I just want to say a little bit about last week's writing vlog because it's something that I forgot to mention, like the tally of my entire week. Last week I managed to write 6,033 words, which I think that's amazing for just one week alone to write that many words. But today is Tuesday, which means yesterday I didn't write a lot because I wasn't motivated. Yesterday I had to go out and do some errands. I had to go out into the apocalyptic world because I don't want to leave the house. But honestly, I thought that I had done a lot of food shopping for at least 2 weeks, and everything ended in a week. And I already told my family, I'm like, I'm not going out until the end of May. That's it. I'm being honest. So I bought a lot of things, especially like fish and meat for them and whatnot, and a lot of other little things. I bought a lot of things, so I already said I'm not going out until the end of May. But yesterday was a very unproductive day. I also had a little bit of a headache, and I wasn't feeling all that great just because of the headache, and I only managed to write 381 words, which still, for having a headache, I still think that's great. I only wrote at nighttime. But today I want to be productive. Today I want to aim for 1,500 words, and if I get more, then perfect. I would like that. Honestly, I really like that. But I have been doing a lot of research. Yesterday I did a little bit of research, and the day previously I did a lot more. So I'm working on my world building a little bit, just because there's some things that I want to add, especially fleshing out certain chapters, because it is necessary for me to flesh out these chapters, because I noticed that I'm like boom 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 boom, and then I'm like, okay, I know that I'm gonna eventually fix it when I go back into the draft, when I fix my drafting, but I would also like to add these little details that I think are really important for me to start off with them. So I start building my world, instead of just being like, what am I gonna say here? Should I say something that's meaningful for the word, or for the world, or what can I say? But sometimes when I'm just stuck and I just want to get out the words, I'll just write insert a symbolism from the world, or insert an animal from the world. So I'll write that in capitalized, so I know that eventually, I know that when I do my drafting, I have to go back and actually think about a saying, or an idiom, or an animal, for this world, because a lot of things in Neria do mimic our human world, so that's something that's very compatible in a lot of senses, because there's something that I'm going to mention about every single realm, so that we can understand why does it, everything does mimic one another. It's like that multiverse theory, especially with DC, everything mimics one another, and just obviously if you're a good person in this world, well, in this world you're gonna be a bad person, something sort of like that, along the way. But yeah, I do plan to write a lot today. Before I even start writing, Sarah Sakura messaged me on Instagram that to write something for her blog, because I obviously was an avid reader, and now I'm starting writing, so this has been an amazing experience. And she just wanted to know my thoughts and whatnot of venturing onto this platform. I was like, perfect, I'm open for this experience. So I'm gonna start drafting that out. I have at least 500 words to write, so I'm gonna start getting on that, because yesterday while I was driving, because when I read the message, I was roughly in my car, so I read the message and I was like, damn. And then I started thinking about little things, and I was like, I don't have a pencil in my car. Well, I did have it, but it was really far from me, so I couldn't just stop in the middle of me driving and actually start writing things down. Besides, I just wanted to go to certain places and just get out. So yeah, that's what I plan to do for today, and we'll see what happens, because I need to get my ass straight. I need to get motivated. I need to start writing. I also need to start reading. I'm gonna see what is it that I'm gonna do to actually motivate myself to actually start reading. But we're gonna see, because I've been watching a lot of TV, so it isn't that I haven't been productive. I've been doing things that I like, just not things that are necessary. So we're just gonna get into it. Okay, you guys, so right now I'm gonna take a little bit of a break, but I have gotten to 1,400 and how many words was it? 1,466 words, and I am just like, what? Yes, because I do know that I have to go back to chapter 16, but I was just like, I'm not. I just stopped, and then I went into chapter 18 because it was a chapter that I had written a little segment in my notebook about, and I was just like, wait, I want to. I just really wanted to expand on that scene because there's something that I've been meaning to get out of my head from these two specific characters that are, you know, supposed to have a little something, but other things happen along the way that, you know, other things transpire, which I'm not gonna say obviously because of spoilers, because I don't want to give too much away. But I'm just living this chapter so freaking much. Obviously there might be other things that I would like to go back and perfect, but I'm gonna do that after I finish my drafting, just because I wanted to get those words on paper, because I was just like, there are parts of me that I was just like, there are bit of a, not completely steamy, but there are some moments that are just like, just kiss already, man, just go ahead and kiss. But obviously they can't for obvious reasons that I'm not gonna say. But I was really excited for that chapter, and I was just like, okay, I'm okay, I'm gonna stop because I'm just really excited for that chapter. But yeah, I just have one final little thing that I needed to add because I read my notes and then I added it. I just have to fix one final little chapter, and then I'm gonna move on to, I'm gonna reread chapter 16 because I need to remember what was it that was said between the Watcher and the Seer, just, you know, so I can recall certain events. I would like to reread that in order for me to start chapter 19, because a lot of things that happen or are going to transpire in chapter 19, some of them have to deal with the things that were said in chapter 16. So yeah, I'm skipping chapter 17 if you have noticed, because that's the Witch Queen's chapter. I still don't know if I want to include it there, although I think I'm going to include it there because there's something that I need to say, yeah, in order for me to bridge the gap. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna do as of right now. I'm just gonna continue to get at least 100 more words in so I can get my daily count. Also, yesterday wasn't a good writing day for me, so I would like to accomplish a little bit more words, but we're gonna see how well that goes. So right now I'm going to play a game on my phone that I have that is called June's Journey. Like, I hope you can see that I am obsessed with this game. I'm just loving it. I have my estate beautiful and it's thriving, so I'm gonna continue doing that just because, like, I can't buy a Wii right now. I would like to. I was considering buying one and then I never did, and then, you know, the earthquakes, and then the pandemic happened, so now obviously I can't order it through online because it won't ship to here. So yeah, I'm just stuck with my phone until then. I also need a new phone because that phone is just, it's dying on me. It's really dying on me. It's like, woman, I can't, I'm gonna call it quits pretty soon, so you should change me, and I'm like, just hold on until after all of this. Also, I did mention the earthquakes, and we felt 2. Oh my god, and I'm like, I can't deal with this situation. I just can't. This is too much. But yeah, I'm just gonna get to playing a little bit. I think I'm gonna watch a few YouTube videos, and then I might get into a little bit more writing. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that I get 500 more words. So that is what I'm hoping to get. We'll see if I get to that. Good afternoon, you guys. So today is day 8 of Camp Nanowrimo, and right now it's 12:07. I haven't written anything because I woke up to roughly bake cupcakes, which ironically enough I did, and they tasted so freaking good. I wanted to do, well, I did potatoes like in the oven, but like if it was like fried potato, but not really fried potato, just cut up like if it was fried potato, and I just didn't like the way they came out, just because like I don't have the baking sheets. I used to have them, but I left them outside, and then rats decided to come in and have a party, so I had to throw all that away. And in this quarantine I wanted to do those fries, but I don't have the sheets, the baking sheets, and they just, you know, with parchment paper, I don't know why they just didn't come out the way that they were supposed to. So, you know, it was a failed experiment, but you know, I tried. But at least I did tacos and they were really good. So that's what I did. I just took a shower because, like, you're gonna need to take a shower. And I've been meaning to write something that just basically this morning came to me from a scene, because I wanted to have some sort of bridge between one chapter into the other in order to mention that that person has spoken, because there was something that I really wanted to include. And this morning it came to me and I was like, wait, this is perfectly where I'm missing that transition. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put that in that transition. I'm gonna see how many words that roughly comes out to, and then I think I'm gonna start a new chapter, just because like yesterday I worked on a chapter and I also added from another one, and I would like to start a new chapter. So we're gonna see how, you know, my writing goes today. Again, even though I want 1,000 words, I'm aiming for more. So fingers crossed, hope that I get that much done. Good morning. So I know that this is a weird angle, but we're gonna deal with it for a few minutes just because I honestly don't want to take off my tripod, and I'm being a little bit lazy today. It's 8:20 in the morning and it's day 10 of Camp Nanowrimo. Yesterday I didn't write a single word just because I think I burned myself out on the 9th. Because I wrote a total, well, roughly around a total of 2,368 words. I also did a lot of research, and I outlined a few other things that just, you know, came to me. It is true that 1,085 of those words I had in my brain dump section, but I did go back and like, it wasn't exactly a total of 1,085. I think it was 800 and something, but I did add and expand on a few scenes and added a few descriptions. You know, I fleshed it out a little bit more, and then I just wrote another chapter where I added those 1,283 words. So yeah, my total word count as of right now is 30,225 words, and I've also, so I've hit on it. I'm really excited that I hit 30k, and also I've hit 10k on my Camp Nanowrimo goal. So for today, I don't know how much writing I'm going to get done, just because today is Good Friday. Also, if you hear any religious music or anything religious in the background, it's because of that. I am, you know, I'm a Catholic, and there's also the fan on because it's been extremely hot. Also, that's one of the reasons why I think I didn't film anything yesterday, because it was just too hot, and like turning off the fan for 2 minutes was insane. Like it's just the heat is coming back, which is what I don't like. I really like when it gets cool here because it just makes the house a lot better, but unfortunately we're gonna have to deal with the heat. But yeah, I do want to get a little bit of reading done, and then I'm gonna start writing, which is why I haven't turned on my computer, because I want to get into a routine of reading, taking a little break, writing, doing other things, maybe writing a little bit more, then doing other things, then eventually going to sleep. I want to have a routine for myself, just because I've noticed that sometimes I'll stay stuck all day just looking at the computer, and sometimes words don't come out, and I'm like, wait, I know it's going to come out eventually. But then I waste, you know, a few hours probably sometimes, you know, just staring at the computer. And I do have something in the background, like I'll watch Buffy, and you know, I'll glance every single moment to Buffy, but I still have my computer on without me being productive. So that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start figuring out my schedule, because I really do need one. I'm the type of person that I need a kind of schedule to, you know, understand myself with, and actually to, you know, continue and follow. So we're gonna do what I do, because we're gonna do what I do. Okay, whatever. Anyways, we're gonna see what I do, but let's just see how today goes, because if not, I've already decided to take out my bullet journal, and if I have to structure what I'm going to do, then I'm going to do that until I actually fall into a routine. Just because yesterday I also noticed that I was really bored, but I wasn't bored. How? I don't know. I don't know how to explain that, because there's no way to actually explain it. Like, I felt bored, but I really wasn't bored, because I was doing many things, but I just felt like I needed something to do, but yet I didn't want to do anything. So you see my conundrum, you know? I'm just it's difficult being me. It's very difficult being me. But yeah, we're gonna see what I do, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that I get reading done. Well, reading and writing done. Oh, I also noticed that I was roughly pondering a few things, because I decided to switch a few things around in my little outline that I have, and I've added a few things. I've completely moved chapter 18, just because I want to give you chapters from the Witch Queen's perspective, but I don't want to give you too many chapters from her perspective, you know? I want it to be a little bit kind of like a secret, sort of like foreshadowing certain events, but not necessarily giving you a lot of information from her. Because I have given subtle hints of certain little things, but that's the way that I want to keep it. Just because not in chapter 2, but like in the second book, I would like to give a little bit more of her chapters, just because she is very, very important. I just don't want to give you too much from her, you know? So that's what I did. I moved a few things around. I also added the chapter that I had mentioned that I wanted to add. So I had to go back and like change the chapter numbers. I don't mind going back and changing the chapter numbers, because I just need to have a certain numeric score for each one, just because like having their names only, even though that does help me, sometimes I would like to have a number to like know exactly where was it that I placed everything. So yeah, if everything goes according to plan, that means I've already written chapter 17. It's complete, which means I would have to go into chapter 19, and I already structured the second part of chapter 19. I just have to structure the first part of chapter 19. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Wish me luck. So time for a little bit of an update of what I've been doing. As an expecting reading day for me, it started off great for me. Obviously my morning routine, my breakfast, is something that's religiously, I cannot deviate from that. But I did read for an hour. I also then, I obviously needed a break because, I need to snack, I need to cook for the day. But I did that, and then I had 2 hours of writing, roughly drafting, watching and looking through my edits, and also like rereading certain chapters. I didn't get much done because I was also sidetracked for a minute, but I did manage to accomplish around 429 words, so I say that would be pretty productive. I did take a break. I was playing card games and with my mother, and board games also. If you hear any munching, that's because one of my dogs is eating. What I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna take a shower, and I'm going to get ready for one of the live streams, because I wanted to watch I wanted to read or watch a movie, but I was like, I'm not gonna watch a movie for like half an hour. So I was like, you know what, let me just procrastinate for a bit, which is what I did. And I'm gonna read. No, scratch that. I'm gonna take a shower, and then I'm gonna turn on the computer to start the live stream, because I really want to participate in that one. Hopefully I'll get a few more words in. It's hot, people. I can't enunciate anything. My mind is not thinking. They're not connecting to my brain. I just want to take a shower, so I'm gonna go and do that, and then hopefully the live stream is pretty productive for me. So I wanted to give a little bit of an update. The fan is on, so if you hear anything, it's because of that. It's really, really hot to turn it off, and I can't concentrate if it's completely off, because I'm gonna sweat my ass off, and I just took another shower. I'm sorry. I am sorry. But I haven't, okay, I was gonna say I haven't written that much, but I've tallied up how much I've written. I've written 492 words so far, so I didn't expect that, but yeah. But this morning I worked on like a little map of Neria, just because like there are some places that I would like to reference to, but I need to know exactly where is it that they're situated. So I just did this little map out because I wanted to know exactly where was something. The problem is that I just noticed that I have, like, I did mention the common lands, and there are different tribes in the common land. I just have one name for the people in the common land, so I need to figure out names of other tribes. I already know exactly who or what I'm going to include in a specific tribe, but I haven't named them yet. I'm thinking about a name, but I still don't know. This is just roughly a rough sketch of how I imagine Neria is. There are some patches that I still have blank, just because I know that I can place something there. I really don't know exactly where. if I would have to say, like, the best part that for me, that I really do love the way it came out, was the mountains of Ixora. It's so beautiful. Like, I really like the way that came out, and also the way the enchanted forest came out. I like that way that came out. You can't distinguish that there's a bridge there, but I know that it's a bridge, so it's something, you know. But yeah, I've been meaning to write right now. I think I have like a story block because I don't know how to start a specific scene. I've just been going around in my mind trying to figure out what is it that I want to write. And I don't know, I'm just pondering that for a little bit because I have the other segment that I want to tie in with that. I just need that specific moment in order for me to continue with the other chapters, because if not, I'm gonna be completely stuck. I also have to go back to the Witch Queen's chapter, which is chapter 14. I have to fix a conversation that I have there. And I also have to finish chapter 20 because something that was in chapter 14, I moved it to chapter 20 because it would make a lot more sense, especially now that something is being mentioned. So yeah, I moved that. I just need to have a little bit of an opening for chapter 20 and a follow-up of something that happened. So I need to flesh those two out, perfect them a little bit more, just, you know, so I can know what the hell's happening in those instances. But yeah, that's all I have up till now, and so far I think it's been a productive week. I hope to get to at least 6,000 words by tomorrow. I still don't know how many I have tallied up, but I'll count those in a few to see how many I have. But I don't know, I feel like this week has been more of research and actually like figure out some things for my characters, figuring some things out for my world building, than actually physically writing, just because there are some things that I would like to add right now instead of adding them at the end. So that's why I've been a little bit stuck, if I would have to say, you know, a word for it. But yeah, I do have a little bit of a story block, but I'm gonna get to it. So let's hope we can make something of it. Can we appreciate the fact that I have 31,000, oh shit, you can't see that well, but it has 31,700 words, and so far I have 20 chapters written. Right now I am stuck on chapter 19, which is Damien's chapter. There's something that I have to say that I have it in bullets because like I don't know specifically how is it that I want to say what I want to say, because I have the ending of it, of that specific chapter, but I just have to say something. I don't know how to say it, so that's what I have it in bullets, and I'm just pondering that. But eventually I have to go back to chapter 14 to fix the conversation, and then chapter 20. Oh, this is the one that's like killing me, and then I can finally continue with the other chapters. So I'm struggling with that. Okay, so let's update our word count for today. I currently have, oh, can't see it that well, but it's 11,411. So today I got a total of 1,058 words, so we're gonna update progress. That makes us a total of 12,469 words. So yay, Project Night Creatures, we're getting there, I'm so excited. Oh man, this is so amazing. But yeah, so here you can see it a lot better. I have a total of 12,469 words for a grand total of 20,000 words that I expect to write. And my graph is going pretty good, I can say. Yeah, I don't understand one thing here, and it's, I don't know, there's one day where it shows that I didn't update anything, and I'm just like, excuse me. So these are all the days that I've actually updated Camp Nanowrimo, but I don't know what happened to April 4th. I have no idea, because this right here, if I'm not mistaken, is my word count for April 4th, and this one is for April 5th. So I don't know what the hell happened here. I don't know if I updated it like around midnight. I don't know, that baffles me. And yeah, these are all my word count. I think the most productive day would be August. Where the hell am I? Would be April. Damn, I'm crazy, you guys. I need to go to sleep. But yeah, I'm pretty excited by how many words I've gotten in. So okay, so time for a little bit of a writing update, just because I fell asleep last night and I was really tired and I didn't want to update at all. Still in my pajamas because it's that kind of day. So I managed to get 1012 words written, which I finally finished chapter 19. There were certain things that were eluding me, but they finally came to me, and I can finally say that chapter is freaking done. And I actually like the way it finally came out. It took me like 3 days to actually finish that chapter, but you know what? It comes and it goes. We never know what's gonna happen. I also started chapter 21. I just bombarded all my ideas on paper, and then I was like, you know what, I'll go back and fix it, which is what I plan to do today. But I would have to say that week 2 of Camp Nanowrimo has been extremely productive. Like, my first week was 6,033 words. My second week, this is 4. My second week is 7,448 words. So yay, that's very good. Like, I was not expecting that. I was expecting like 6,000 or less, but I'm quite content that I managed to get that many words written. I hope that next week is the same thing, but I think I'm gonna call it quits for this clip right now. If you want to tell me what was your goal for the second week of Camp Nanowrimo, and if you actually achieved it, then tell me. We'll chit chat down below. But I want to say thank you for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day and or night, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.